Yeah. Sure
but
does.
you get a +1.
They did at least change that in 1.5. I don't know if you noticed they upped the minimum of an experience to +2.
That doesn't mean anything.
I know.
So-
Still going to get the same feedback.
We were talking about this before you jumped on. Does that mean like
There you
all of our
go, buddy.
experiences now that are +2 are moving up to a +3?
So one of your experiences, and yours was Shepherd of Death, started at a
Yep.
+2 in the first place, so that
Correct.
one's not going to change at all. But your other one that you started with
Lone
should
Wolf.
bump up one.
Okay.
The
And
minimum now is 2.
yeah, the new one that you created at first, instead of it being a +1 to start, is a +2.
But if it was already a +2 because I invested more into it, it should now also be a +3 then.
Correct.
If you leveled up with it, it'd be a
Okay,
So we would
then
have 2
+3.
+3s and a +2.
If you got that level up,
Only if you got that level up.
Right.
Let's
which I did not.
let's get into this then. Welcome to session 9 of our open beta playthrough of Daggerheart by Darrington Press. We are Dead Sons Company. Visit us at deadsonsco.com for announcements and other projects, or patreon.com/deadsonscompany to consider supporting us. We do love playing games, but it does take up our time and our energy, and it has technical things that we need and artists that we'd like to pay. So support us over there. A few housekeeping items, which we had kind of already started talking about. We're adopting the latest changes from 1.5 of Daggerheart Open Beta tonight. Some really good changes in this version mechanically. But I just want to kind of talk through them really quick in case anybody missed anything. I'll go through the universal ones that are big first. And then we'll go through each. I think only 2 of you really have any major changes that I noticed. Also, how is my sound volume right now, Eric? Because I know
Sounds
one
good.
of them I was blowing up the microphone and I didn't notice. So
Sound good?
Yeah, you're
all right. Do I sound sultry?
No.
No.
Fuck you, Brad.
I'm not even GMing this time, you fuck.
I set it up and I dunked it. It's fine. All right.
Not
So-
GMing, but you are talking shit.
Hell yeah.
You know, you guys make fun of me like 3 or 4 more times, and I'm fucking out of here.
no, you're not.
Hey, Brad.
Was that a basketball reference?
Yes,
Sick.
my man. I was hoping somebody would get that.
All right.
Mom went out with Squeak.
So, universal changes first. Some of the big ones here are minor thresholds for damage have been completely eliminated. There's only 2 thresholds now. We're playing with 3 thresholds because we're playing massive damage. So yeah, Alex can no longer just take no damage when being
So I
hit.
I have a question. I did not get a chance to look and see what equipment changes happened. You said full plate is now
Yep.
6 armor.
So I can jump down to that really quick. Armor base scores. I only looked at the tier 1 ones, or what used to be tier 0. They changed those to tier 1 now, because that's all we have right now. Gambison went up to 3 instead of 2. Leather armor stayed the same. Chainmail went to 5. I think it was 6 before. And full plate armor went to 6 base. It was at 8. So whatever you had for full plate should go down 2. Total.
Okay.
Makes
They
sense.
didn't change. They didn't change the
The feature
negatives
is the
to it?
same. Yep, the feature's the same. Nerfed. Lame.
I mean, it's still pretty good.
It is still really good, especially with some of the other changes they made to your class.
You know, as a fellow, every game I've ever played, I've been wearing heavy armor, and getting nerfed in heavy armor is really painful.
Things still don't hit you, though.
You're still a walking tank.
Yeah, I know. It's... Anyway. And all classes have gained a new hope feature that I think everyone can spend basically 3 hope to do something unique to your class that helps you bump up a little bit during combat if you're rolling really well. So
Can you only do it once?
I didn't see anything that limited it to only once. But
I guess it's just however many hope that you have in your pool at any given
right,
time.
if you're
That could be
rolling hope
insane.
after hope after hope and you want to bump it, I assume it only can apply once, right? I don't think
Okay.
it stacks.
Justin,
I-
something I know.
I
Oh,
would
go
say
ahead.
it does not stack because I didn't see it that it didn't stack, but they should
But I
add
want
that
a
it doesn't
million
stack.
invasion.
No.
So
No.
on the new warrior character sheet, my
Yeah.
starting armor slots changed to 6. I'm confused.
Should have been
I
6
thought-
from the start, I think.
I
Well,
didn't see it change.
the other character sheet I was using had 4 to start with.
You are using an old sheet because
That's from, like,
1.4.1 had 6 for everybody, including me as a
So
druid.
I'm using the
Yeah.
1.5 one and it's 6. So does that mean my armor starts at 6 now? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
your armor slot starts
Yeah.
at 6.
Probably
So-
should have always been at 6, but it's
so,
okay.
so then we add your armor that you're wearing to that base. Is that
No.
No. That's your armor
slots, how many
score
Yeah,
that you
the
need.
slots are different than your score.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay, that's what I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Score will be how much you reduce the damage by. Slots is how many times you can do that. All right. Leveling up now includes an option for taking an additional domain card at your level or lower. So if anybody wanted to switch those out quick, knock yourself out. It's fine. All experiences now start at +2 instead of +1. We'll see if that's enough. Still feels a little underwhelming to me, but it'll be fine. Proficiency now takes 2 level up options
I'm
to
so
increase
sad
by
about
1.
that.
Used to be able to hit a little checkbox and it upped your proficiency by 1. Now you have to do the checkbox twice, or it's like a half a checkbox or something. I don't know how they structured it, but
There's a big black box around the 2 of them.
Oh, that's what that means. That's good
Yeah.
to know.
all right. Any questions on those ones? Those were the big changes. There were several small wording changes around specific domain cards. One of them that actually had some mechanical impact was on Whirlwind. I don't remember the specifics on it. It was something to do with... it was that it didn't have to be a successful attack now. When you do an attack, it just applies to everyone if you spend that hope. I don't think many of the other ones had any mechanical changes. I could be wrong. So.
We had one that changed, but affects us both. Strategic approach no longer has the option to make it ignore action tracker.
Yeah.
I don't think either
when
of you
a-
had that one, right?
We
I
both
did.
had it.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I used was that
Yeah.
specific ability.
That's why I got that one.
Yeah.
too.
If
Yeah.
in seeing any of these changes, any of you want to swap something out quick, go for it. You have my
Yeah.
blessing.
I'm finna.
Alex,
Elite?
for the Guardian, I know we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. Your vengeance mechanic changed slightly. You now automatically roll a number of d6s equal to your HP that you mark when you are hit by an attack. Any of those d6s that roll a 5 or a 6 deal an HP damage back. It feels like a nerf, but it's not per se.
It can deal actual immediate damage instead of
Right.
it makes sense.
You
Yeah,
also don't have to spend a resource for it, which is nice.
right. They removed the you have to mark a stress thing on it. And then Carl for Ripley, the Nightwalker Shadow Stepper trait. When you finish shadow stepping from one shadow to the other, you are then considered hidden at that point, which is a little bump on that skill, and I like that.
Right.
And then Brad for Nero, you gained some additional beast forms.
Heck,
I think that was the only
they
change.
they quadrupled the number of beasts I have access to.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. All right. Good changes all around. I still have notes, but we'll get to that later.
Definitely some improvements over 1.41.
For sure. All right. Last time in Eraset, our intrepid knightly retinue, Turtletits, faced off against a mysteriously warped Simia within the walls of the Eventide Stronghold. Having revealed himself as a former knight of Eventide, the strange Simia spoke of societal demise and the death of hope. His burned and singed appearance eventually led Nero to realize his weakness to fire, but not before the villain wreaked havoc upon our party. On being exposed to fire, the orange lights that Nero had noticed throughout the town in the stronghold of Eventide burst like napalm, destroying much wealth and lighting the buildings of the area aflame, Ox successfully tossing his own coin purse away before it did so. Push to his maximum stress, this mysterious Simia began to retreat into the Eventide Gardens as Gerard shouted a plea to his former honor as the villain crested a one-tree hill lit by the fires of the town beginning to burn behind them. Yeah, I said One Tree Hill, Brad.
Taking a little page out of Ryan Reynolds' book, I see.
I was wondering if any of this all-male group was going to catch that, honestly, but... All right. The civilian screams and shouts of guards working to contain the chaos echo, and smoke begins to choke the night sky, obscuring the stars above. The orange and red glow of the coins across the town, now all but forgotten, a seed of sinister intentions now laid bare to the all-consuming flame. However, a single promise grows slowly brighter on the horizon, its orange flicker a distant omen for what may yet come to pass. The Eventide Stronghold, now a beacon lit in the night, seems to lean toward that distant flame, calling it across a vast distance. The city of Tidriel, yet untouched by the flame and smoke contained within the walls of this stronghold, doubtless begins to stir in confusion and uncertainty. Gerard, you rolled a 30 with hope for your presence roll at the end of last session to try and convince the Simia. Did you want to add anything to your plea or change it in any way, shape, or form before I continue?
Well, I would... I can't remember if I used an... Hold on. There was something that I was supposed to add to that. Oh, bold presence. I would add bold presence to add my strength modifier to the roll, which is +3.
Would any of your experiences that you used have bumped by 1?
I would say failure is not an option. Who's running away? That's a +2 now with version 5.
Okay.
Version 1.5.
So that would be now a 35 with hope, right?
You're...
All right. As you shout a plea to his honorable former self, Simia frozen, looking away from you toward the Eventide Gardens. He turns over one shoulder, kind of takes a half turn backward, and the fire dances in his no longer black charcoal eyes there. I think I said they were a bluish color now. And you see that there are tears welling up, where once there had been only hate and madness. His shoulders drop, and his face falls, or what passes for a face. His face is still burned, still mangled, but he kind of falls to his knees, looking out at the town on fire. He looks at each of you in turn. Each of you feel that twinge of that headache that was happening as he was trying to get you to remember your nightmare or engulf you in your nightmare, but it falls away like water on a window. Do any of you say anything to him as he's obviously breaking down?
No, but I want to shoot him.
Do you shoot him?
No. I just want to.
At
least you're honest, man.
I'm going to kind of drop my mace down by my side and start to approach him.
I just pull the bow back and I'm stringing the arrow. I'm just holding it.
You mean pulling the bow back?
Yeah.
Tiny
little
bow?
one.
I'm just going to walk alongside Gerard with my mushroom cap tipped down so that my face is completely shrouded.
Okay, so Gerard and Nero walking toward him, Kai still holding a steady arrow in his direction. Ripley, what you up to? Other than making faces at the camera.
I believe when we last left off, I was lighting arrows on fire for Kai,
You had been.
and I don't believe I've gotten the memo to stop.
Okay, so you're following along behind Kai, lighting his quiver on fire. Cool.
Well, it's my quiver, so no, I'm
So
lighting
you're just
individual
juggling
arrows.
flaming arrows at this point? He's not shooting at them.
I got like
You just got the next one ready.
I got like
Okay.
2 or 3 of them like in between my fingers, like Wolverine claws, and they're like the ends of the arrows are on fire, and I'm just kind of like, so what are we doing with these?
You're a kid doing the Wolverine with sparklers at like 4th of July.
Yeah. Writing
Oh,
my
yeah.
name in the sky.
All right. Ox, what are you up to? I think we left you landed on a tool shed last I remember.
Yeah. I get up and you see Ox suck in his lower lip. And he's just gutting through, almost fucking dying. And that's what I'm doing.
Bad day for a janitor, eh?
For sure.
Ox
Got a
just
lot
looks
of
like
mess to clean up, man.
Ox just looks like Goku at the end of any episode of Dragon Ball Z, just bloody as hell.
And then he just says some bullshit like, "Oh man." All right. So-
Question,
yeah.
GM. When I
Go for it.
threw my torch at the running Simia, are we going to walk past where that torch is on our way to walk towards him as Gerard is pacing
In
towards
his
him?
face.
No, I hit him with it. It hit the ground, I thought.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
would've
and
hit
then
the
I
ground.
jammed his face into it.
You did.
And then he extricated it from his own face
Did he?
as he
Okay.
ran away.
But just logically, are we walking past that as Gerard and I walk towards him?
I would say, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
going to scoop it up as I'm walking towards him.
Okay.
Is it still lit at this point?
It is, but you watch as Nero's going and like trying to flick the flame out.
Can't you just douse it using your druid craft?
No,
You
he can only
create
light.
you can create campfires.
I can create campfires. I can't get rid of them for some reason.
It's always in the fine print.
I'm an arson who has no way to stop his own work.
I enjoy this in a druid. That makes me happy. I can start the fire, but once I decide to start it, there's nothing I can do about it.
In retrospect, I really should have made my character Smokey the Bear. Only you can stop my forest fires.
We all have the ability to produce water. Just saying.
Right.
You
yeah.
mean
Or
our
liquid.
canteens?
Or liquid.
No. We can solve this problem
Yes.
with
Brad,
this.
you should
can
know
solve it
this
with
better
this.
than anyone. Bradley.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no.
I
I
am
walked
here
into
for
that.
this.
I haven't in-game pissed in a while, so
Yeah.
All right. Gerard and Nero, as you approach the broken down figure of this Simia, he's just looking at his own burned, decrepit gauntlets, and he looks out at the fire and he sees you approaching, but he's in his own head. He's kind of talking to himself. His voice is completely changed from that maddened, high-pitched sound to something almost deep and resonant, something respectable and honorable. He just looks at his own hands and says, "What have I done? No. Become."
I'm gonna kind of speak out. Soldier, what is your name?
He has not yet engaged with you at this point. He seems to have heard your original speech, which kind of triggered him to turn around and break down, but he hasn't quite broken out of his own shit. And then he kind of turns to his left and looks up over the wall, and his eyes grow wide. His pupils just dilate as he settles his eyes on that orange flickering dot in the distance. The verdant trees and hills of home, now ash on my tongue, the taste of my own flesh burning. Oh gods, what have I wrought upon these golden lands? And he just kind of falls. You! He kind of looks but doesn't look at you. He's got his eyes closed and he's pointing at you, Gerard. You must evacuate this city before it's too late. Before it happens again.
Before what happens again?
Fire.
I'm gonna continue to get closer to him as well.
He just whispers fire.
How close are we to him at this point?
As close as you want to be, man. He's not stopping you.
I will put the torch down in front of him, having failed to shake it out, and just hold it down and say, "What? Fire."
To be clear, are you threatening-ish him right now?
Nope.
Or okay.
You said he's staring off at a flame and like getting distracted. I'm just doing the doctor's glow stick in front of his eyeballs with a torch.
If you are that close to him with the torch, he is going to immediately shuffle backward as if just shocked back awake. One of his eyes turns coal again.
Nero, get the flame away from him.
He shuffles back into my chest.
There we go.
He snuggles into your arms.
Oh shit, we're in a Nicholas Sparks movie.
No, he hits you like a brick wall and kind of stumbles forward and says, he looks at you, Gerard, having kind of roused him from that. His one eye is still kind of flicking back and forth between black and blue. Are we enemies, Gerard Graves?
That greatly depends on how you answer the following questions.
He looks around, the entire town of the Eventide Stronghold on fire. The shouts of the guards trying to put fires out and extricate people from buildings. And he just kind of says, do you think now is the time for questions? We must evacuate.
These fires that we're seeing around, are they just coming up spontaneously?
From the coins.
To remind,
From
the
the
orange
coins, from the
flickers
coins, okay.
in all the coin purses around the town in the Eventide Stronghold burst and lit everything on fire, melted the coins that were near them.
What hell have you brought to our city, and what afflicts you?
His eyes kind of drift over behind you past your spiky shell, and they fall on Kai, looking at him down the sights of his bow and arrow, little bow and arrow.
Wink at him.
And
You
he
need
just
not
says,
feel the sting of his arrow.
no. Your arrows can do nothing to me now, but he knows what I have wrought on this place. He has seen him before.
I look back at him.
Fire. Incarnate.
Do I know
Huge,
what he's
hellacious
referencing?
Fire. Roll me knowledge at advantage with all of your experiences if you want. I don't care.
You think he's talking
know.
about that dragon that Kai slayed?
So I was about to ask him, yeah. This is about the drink.
Knowledge, that's going to be a 22 with hope.
Okay. Yeah. You get the sense. If he's talking about fire incarnate, your homeland flashes before the back of your mind, completely aflame. The bones of your family and friends strewn through a once verdant forest. You're getting the sense he's talking about Cinderax, a huge volcanic drake that once ravaged your homeland.
Do I believe him that Cinderax is coming back, or what he's referencing, or
That's up to you, man.
I'm still staring at you.
I'm going to respond with, there's no way he's back. Cinderax isn't going to be coming here. He's just in denial.
As one would be. I think.
Cinderax? What is Cinderax, Kai?
He's a dragon.
Well, no problem. You've slayed one of those.
That was a drake, not a dragon.
Whatever.
Yeah, he just kind of points at the horizon to where that orange dot sits in the night sky far, far away.
Is the orange dot like a... So when you're describing it, is it looking like a star that's growing, or is it like a...
Sort of, very slowly growing. very, very slowly, like it's way off in the distance.
A point of light just getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He says, "Don't trust me. Look with your own eyes, Kai. Does that not look familiar?"
I'm going to still keep the arrows pointed at him, but I will look at what he's pointing at.
Oops.
You see the orange flickering kind of pulse, small pinprick almost, but it is slowly pulsing and growing. Doesn't necessarily look familiar to you because you lived in a forest, right? You probably wouldn't have seen that coming far off in the distance before the event, if you were even looking for it.
I doubt it.
But
That could be anything.
So you couldn't kill us with an evil monkey, so you're sending a dragon.
I would like to.
You're damn right.
As this is all being said, I want to look at Kai and go, Master Kai, can you see what he is referencing?
I see what he's pointing at, but that could be anything. We have no idea what that is. I don't trust this thing as far as we could throw his dead body.
I can throw him pretty far. Well, you throw him
Bet
very
you I
far.
could throw him further.
I would
Go
like.
really far up over the wall.
Well, you two have a throwing contest. I would like to praise Daggerheart because I have beast forms that are actually functional at level 3, and I don't have to wait till level 5. And I want to convert myself into a giant eagle, marking a stress, which will give me advantage on locate, deceive, distract, and gives me that bird's eye view perk. And I want to see if I can see what the hell he's pointing at.
I mean, you can see what he's pointing at without turning into a bird. You see it.
Right, but can I actually see it? Where a bird's eyes, with much better vision, might see more detail?
You can certainly try.
I don't like that answer.
That's the best GM answer there is.
It's the worst GM answer. I know what that means.
That means bullshit.
What does it mean, Brad?
Means roll high.
It means
do you
roll
think it
high or
means,
die
Brad?
trying. All right, I'm gonna try it. What's the worst that could happen? So I'm gonna mark a stress. I'll convert to a giant eagle, and
You could also
with a
probably-
yellow-
Well, the worst thing that could happen is that as a giant eagle, you could drop the companion you're carrying.
that's very true. On that note, though,
So you are shifting to an eagle?
I'm gonna change to a giant eagle. I will drop
Okay.
the torch, and I will, with a scream of freedom, take to the air and look towards that dot.
Get the fuck out
Your
of here.
your freedom comes out.
Exactly right. Exactly
bad-
right. I
not
want
a
to see if
bad
I can see
eagle,
what
Justin.
this dot is that's growing on the horizon.
All right. Roll me in instinct. Do it.
Beautiful. Add
Instinct
advantage because
for perceive.
I get advantage to locate, deceive, and distract, or no?
At advantage, yes.
Beautiful. Don't.
But it's
fuck me.
very, very difficult, so good luck.
Okay, I can do this.
And do you have any experiences that you want to add?
I don't know if overly cautious will play into it.
He has no hope.
I have no hope left anyway.
No,
doesn't
that's
matter.
right. It took all your hope away. Never mind.
Yep, I have nothing left.
Shucks.
hopeless Brad.
No, that's not going to be good enough. That's it's only a 17. Oh wait, sorry. 20, dirty.
There's
Which is it?
only dirty 20s in this game.
He
I
said dirty. He said dirty, not
Oh.
30.
I know.
I thought he said 32. Like, wait, what?
No, just a
You
20 with
found
no
13 somewhere? What?
20 with no
Yeah,
criticals.
As an eagle, you maybe do a loop a little bit outside the walls.
Mhm.
Whatever that is so far away right now.
That's what I figured.
It's impossible to know what it is just now.
So we're kind of losing the task at hand here, bro. It's like we were told by Lady Estonia to find out who's getting in here and how they were doing it. We got the guy here. He killed a couple of guys. Are we gonna bring him, to justice, or are we just gonna let him go?
Justice will come. I still want to know.
And I'm going to kind of look at you, Ox, like signal you to start binding his hands, hopefully.
Oh, my guy.
What is your name?
It's not gonna let it go. All right, that's okay. I do have a name for him. I was just stalling because I know Carl's gonna laugh. I was once Zuko Scarlet Tooth.
Doesn't matter what your name is.
I'm sorry, you can finish. I just really.
I'm never
wanted to
saying
say
it again. You missed it.
His name is
Zuko.
Zuko.
Zuko Scarlet Tooth.
Fuck you, Zuko.
As he says his name,
I appreciate your.
Oh man, I lost a vocabulary.
I appreciate you surrendering. I hope you understand we will have to bind you for the time being.
And on that cue, I begin.
I'll get closer.
If you
I'm
actually
kinda-
try and bind him, he will step away. I will not be
into
bound.
Gerard.
You are clearly not taking this seriously. If you aren't going to do anything, I must.
Didn't you do enough, though?
Right. What are you doing to help?
You kind of caused
Evacuating.
this. Running away. That's not very knightly of you, is it?
I am no longer a knight.
Your tabard says otherwise.
He literally rips his tabard from his chest and throws it toward you.
Gasp.
A lot of
Such
good
shock.
this piece of cloth did me before. I could protect no one from this evil, not even myself.
Why did you come here?
He looks down. Actually, he does kind of remember a little bit. He kind of like double takes down. How did I get here? I thought I was dead, and I was not. Something rancid, unnatural, brought me here. He looks like his mind is just hurting trying to remember it. I'm sorry, I do not know exactly why I'm here.
A night out slumming happens to the best of us, and I'm gonna try and bind his arms again.
Well, I'm going to lean over to Gerard and be like, he's talking about rot. You think that had anything to do with that rot face guy, that Harrow von Rydoff?
Yes, your necro friend, Nero.
He's like a necromancer type
He's a
looking
bird
guy,
right
right?
now.
Yeah, he's a
I'll
bird,
drop
sure.
ego form to chat with you back, and I just go, well, there is a chance that he had something to do with this, but I'm not sure.
So, Ox, you said you're trying to bind his hands again?
Yes.
Okay. As you do so,
If I get the subtlest hint that he's going to do something aggressive, I'm going to release my arrow.
fair enough. I'm going to spend a fear, and as you attempt to bind his hands, he falls to the ground with his eyes suddenly flash black, and he falls to the ground in pain, screams out, and from multiple buildings surrounding you guys, tens of citizens on fire come storming out of their burning homes. That same marionette dance looking
No, I
movement,
immediately
and they
eat the
charge
fucking
at you,
torch.
Ox.
I immediately eat the torch right
Releasing
back
my
at him.
arrow.
Releasing your arrow at Zuko.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm eating the torch back at him that's still on fire.
Roll that attack, Kai, and spend an action token.
So
Remember,
you have chosen
We've
death.
never left combat. We are always in combat in this game.
I just rolled a crit, double threes.
Sick. Clear stress, gain a hope.
Would you say him falling to his to the ground or whatever, would he be leaving melee range?
No.
Okay.
Just
had to ask.
Hey, Ox. Hey, Ox. Instead of me eating the torch at him, I'm just going to look at you and I'm going to scoop the torch and toss it to you so you can slam it on him.
All right. I am going to
Oh, sure, yeah.
spend a stress to make that badge. So
This whole scenario is just absurd with the
Oops,
type
that's
of
wrong.
creatures we are. Like, I'm just trying to think of
Yeah.
it in my mind. Like, what?
The mushroom is grabbing a torch as the monkey fires a flaming arrow to toss it to the giant.
A flaming arrow from a bow the size
meant to-
of a basketball.
Yeah.
Doing, doing.
What have we done?
It's he's using one of those like crest flossers to fire arrows.
I love it, but good God.
It's going to be what's 11 plus 3? 14 damage, and he's going to take a stress as well.
So 14 damage.
Wait,
It
no, I'll
already
take it back. I
seems
rolled a
pretty
crit.
stressed.
That's he's supposed to be. What's 18 plus 14?
18 and 14 is 32.
So 32 damage then. Because it was crit.
30.
Forgot about that.
2 damage. Holy shit, man.
Also, the arrow's on fire.
Yep.
Mine
And while that
is-
arrow is hitting him, I'm literally, instead of yeeting the torch at him, I am tossing the torch to Ox, who's going to just fucking slam it down on his back.
Whoa, whoa,
This guy's about
Play
to have
your
a
own
world of
character,
shit.
sir.
Yeah.
So
Oh, sorry.
32
I asked if that's what you wanted me to do. I apologize.
That
I said
will
I'd
be
catch it.
Okay. All right.
major threshold, so he is going to take 2, but he's also going to take a third one because you hit him with stress, which he is out of. So
Yeah.
he definitely does, and his eyes snap back open. They are pure black again, and there are now roughly 20 burning zombie-type people running at Ox. And who else was doing something? Nero, you said you threw the torch somewhere?
I'm throwing the torch to Ox, just scooping it and like giving him a lob toss.
Okay.
Just for a sense of
You look
scale
like
of
you
how
wanna
many
keep-
citizens he has ruined, what is about the population of our city?
Of this stronghold itself?
Yeah.
Probably like 250, 300.
So he's ruined a significant percentage of our citizens.
Yep. The ones
Okay.
that actually live in the stronghold itself, they definitely are not having a great day.
No, doesn't seem like it.
So that stress he got that was from the fire or from my attack?
From your attack, sorry, I forgot about the fire. The fire also would use stress, so that was another point of damage.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got all
Good
tracked.
call out. Forgot your arrows were on fire. All right. If nobody else is doing anything, then I guess it comes to me.
No, we're
Can
doing
I-
stuff. We're
hang
doing
on.
so much
Can I
stuff.
swing?
Yeah,
Uh,
Ox was catching a flaming torch.
If you want to swing at Zuko, yeah, he's in range.
I do. What are we treating this as for a like, weapon? What am I rolling?
Are you swinging the torch?
Yeah.
Roll your attack bonus for your whatever your regular weapon is, and then what is the damage on that thing?
It's a torch. It has no damage.
I know. I meant his actual weapon.
My actual weapon is 2d12.
Holy shit. I would say let's do 3d10 for the torch.
Okay, but still okay. That's hang on.
I'm
That's
kind
for
of
the
just going
damage?
on the same thing.
That's for
of-
the damage. I'm still rolling my 12s for the. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Kind of still
Alright.
going under the assumption we are trying to make the badass
Does he have
thing
to
still
roll the
viable.
hit first?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing right now.
Okay.
Guys, I
So
just
that's
want to put this out
a
there.
19 to hit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use my experience. Pick on someone your own size. Burning Hope, which I do have. And so that's 21.
I'm gonna say pick on someone your own size is not gonna apply in this case because you guys attacked him first.
Oh, straight up. How about, oh, no, you don't? Since he's getting away
You
from
said
me.
pick on someone your own size.
Run
You say
away.
no, and he goes, "Oh no, you don't, GM. I'm doing it anyway."
Allowed.
Okay, so then that's 20. Or well, no, this would
20
be
to
a
hit.
plus 2, right? So
It should
yeah,
be a plus
21.
2 now.
Yeah, 21.
It does.
And
hit.
that's with Hope.
Okay,
All
take a
right,
hope,
you said 3d10. Oh, man.
and I will add an action token to my tracker.
All right. And then damage. Am I getting to add my 3 physical at the end of that, or just 3 straight D10?
I would say just 3 straight D10.
18 damage.
That is
Fire damage.
going to do 1 point of damage, plus 1 for the stress that the fire is doing to him. He will recoil away and kind of fall backward into a pond as he kind of tumbles down the hill that he was on, trying to put the fire out on himself until he splashes into the pond at the bottom of the hill.
Guys,
Who's up next?
I just want to put this out there that I feel strongly that this guy probably has a way to stop this dragon, but I understand that we're most likely going to kill him. I just want to put that out there.
So in the interest of that, would you say him rolling towards the pond would be him leaving my melee range?
Yes, I would.
Okay, then I would like to use my attack of opportunity ability to keep him from moving.
Okay. As he starts to roll down the hill, you kind of stomp your foot on the other side of him, and he just dunk into your foot. You are now on fire.
Fuck.
You initially will take 6 points of fire damage, which is, I guess, physical damage in this game. So whatever that is in your threshold, take that in HP. If you continue to stay in contact with him, you will continue to take damage as you react.
Just maxed out all my HP slots, so I think I'm down, right?
Did you actually just max out your HP slots?
Yeah, dude, I was fucked in half at the end of this fight.
He had a bad time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Ox stands on business, son.
Please hold.
We gotta go to the death one.
What
I don't have any
page
hope.
is the death on?
I don't
Don't you have
hope.
don't you have your bucket with you?
Oh, actually,
You
I
should,
have
always
bro.
you should always be ready.
It's empty.
Damn it.
How did your
No,
character die?
I
I
don't
lit
have
himself
a
on
bucket.
fire.
I have a lid.
I immediately start pissing on Ox. It's the only
Respect.
option.
113 is the page.
Piss on him like he's just got a jellyfish on his leg.
Go ahead.
That's a lot of body to piss on, though.
Big body to pee on.
All right. Facing death is an important part of being an adventurer. You have a character die. It can be having a character die can be exciting. Yeah, no. In Daggerheart, when you mark your last hit point, you must make a death move. Choose one of the options below. Blaze of Glory. You embrace death and go out in a blaze of glory. Take one action at GM discretion, which becomes an automatic critical success, then cross through the veil of death. Avoid death. You avoid death and face the consequences. Roll your hope die. If its value is equal to or under your level, you gain a scar. You also drop unconscious temporarily. Work with the GM to describe how the situation gets much worse because of it. You may not move or act while unconscious. You return to consciousness when an ally clears one or more of your marked hit points, or when your party finishes the next long rest. Or you can risk it all. Roll your duality dice. If hope is higher, you stay on your feet and clear an amount of hit points and or stress equal to the value of the hope die. Divide the hope die value up between these however you prefer. If your fear die is higher, you cross through the veil of death. If the duality dice are tied, you stay on your feet and clear all hit points and stress.
Before
That
you
does sound
decide,
fun.
can I just say that that's probably one of the best death mechanics for a tabletop of just like, here you go.
Risk
Not
everything or risk everything with really good benefits, or play the safe road and get a scar.
Fuck it. I'm gonna risk it, but I'm gonna risk it to try and clear my shit.
Okay,
That's
risk it
also
all.
that's a very Brad mechanic.
I just want you to
That
know
It's a very Brad mechanic.
I am not letting you go back from
Great.
this if you fuck it up. So roll your duality dice. If hope is higher, you stay on your feet and clear. Steph,
Can any of us help with this, or is this just solely him?
it
It's
is
solely
solely him. He just has to
All right.
Play with the dice.
Here we
He's
go.
rolling fate, basically, right now.
So what is that? That is a 6 and fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
bet.
rolled a 6 and a 9, and 9 is fear. Yeah. Fuck.
All right.
Ah, damn it.
fuck!
Well,
May
he
Ox
died.
rest in peace. Damn it.
If your
Damn.
fear die is higher, you cross through the veil of death.
I fall
Um,
flat on him.
As you light on fire, and it just crawls up your leg, you realize that the inferno is blazing hotter and faster than you thought it was going to, and you inhale smoke and realize you can't breathe suddenly. A black, viscous drool starts coming out of your mouth, and your eyes roll back. You notice your life flashing before your eyes. What are your last thoughts as you cross from this world?
Oh shit, I forgot to empty Big Lady E's trash.
Oh god.
As you try and count the seconds, you realize you can't, because you can't do your sums. And
God damn.
That's horrifying.
you, instead of stopping him rolling down the hill, are tangled up with him as you both kind of fall and tumble into the pond at the bottom of the hill. You splash and a steam rises up out as it puts the flame out. The flame of your life.
As I
Fuck these
see,
dice.
Does he look all right to you guys? That doesn't look like what he was trying to do.
I'm already running.
as I
Not
see,
realizing he's dead, I have a healing potion in my hand as I'm running down the hill.
right as I see Ox go limp, my big lovable dummy janitor, it really rages me up. So I'm gonna use Unstoppable and go into Unstoppable mode here, and go down and start swinging at the Zacchaeus or whatever his name is.
Zuko!
Zukos.
Zukos Maximus.
He is currently in the pond, so you're going to wade in and just start.
He's dying wherever he is.
He's in Gerard's domain here now.
Um,
I'm more of a tortoise than a turtle, but
Oh,
it'll be all right.
apologies.
as you move toward
Don't be
the
racist.
pond, as you move towards the pond, you realize that Oxley rolled with fear, and it's actually Justin's turn, and the zombies begin to turn and swarm at you instead. I'm going to go ahead
Sorry,
and activate
guys.
them.
It's all right, brother.
So don't roll relying on heuristic data, because I have been rolling very well with hope, so I figured it was a good bet.
Why didn't you just take the scar?
Quite honestly, yeah, you got a 50-50 chance of hope versus fear based on that.
Yeah, and I had
It's a
been
gamble.
typically rolling dirty D's.
So, Gerard, I said there's about 20 of them. I'm going to roll a d20 to see how many of them reach you right now.
Oh, they're coming for me?
They're coming for you now. They're intercepting you, seeing that Ox just
Can
rolled down the
zombies
hill.
swim?
One way to find out.
I need some lore.
Looks like 11 of them are tumbling onto you at the same time, which is not great.
And they're on fire?
They're slightly on fire, yeah.
And
Well, I am
that,
currently
Eric,
in the
is
water,
also
no?
why I didn't choose the safe route.
You are not currently in the water. You were on your way to the pond because you were trying to do an action when it was actually my turn. So you got partway to the pond. The zombies kind of crawling over each other to try and reach you in a rage almost. They will attack you in a group of 11. And make one shared attack on a success. So if they're going to do an attack roll against you.
You said there are 11 right now attacking Gerard.
Yes. As a group. These are minion type creatures. They have a group attack function.
I have a few things to add. Since I initiated Unstoppable, I have resistance to physical damage and
Yep.
armor proficiency and other things.
Does a
Everything hits me.
17. Break your evasion.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the only way
Alright.
you're not going to break his evasion is if it's like
You
single
roll
digits.
2 ones.
There you go. Oh,
So,
oh God, it's a
walk
2.
me
That's a
through
crit.
It's
What
a
does-
3, but
what
That's a
does
crit.
the
2 ones is a crit.
you
He's
can-
right.
He's right. 1 roll.
what does the damage resistance give you? Essentially, it's to have
so-
everything, or
It's I would assume that it's a half, but I haven't looked. It just says gain resistance to physical damage. That to me sounds like probably
I'm
a
gonna
half thing.
assume it's having it. If somebody else finds differently before I finish my sentence, let me know. But they, as a group, 11 of them each do 7 damage when they hit. So 77 damage cut in half. Yeah, it's a lot.
Is that it?
36, 37, 38, 39, something like that? What's your
Wait,
which threshold does that
76
hit?
by half. That's 38.
Sure. 38.
Yeah,
Which
but
threshold does that hit?
Yeah, but here's what you're forgetting. Settle down. I'm
No.
I'm unstoppable, which increases my armor score by my proficiency, which becomes 17. So I'll do that twice and take 1 hit point.
Awesome.
Also, GM, to your point, resistance divides the damage in half, rounding up before applying it to thresholds.
Yep. Okay. That's
You were
what I
right.
assumed it was.
I checked for you. You're good.
Thank you. Well,
Did that go the way you thought it would?
you get just hustled by 11 zombies and take 1 hit point of damage, as only one of them seems to just like nibble through one of your full plate BS, and the rest
These
of
guys
them
can't
get.
find a hole for shit.
You know what? I'm even gonna say. I'm even gonna
Beating up on
say.
his armor though, so it's
I'm
something.
gonna say 4 of them accidentally impale themselves on your spikes.
Yeah, they do.
So are they all individual creatures, but they just attack one time as a group?
So they can group attack. They can attack individually. So 11,
I guess my question is, to get Gerard free of that so he can keep chasing Zuko, we need to kill 7 more
Dude,
creatures.
I'm unstoppable. Don't worry about me.
No, you
Go
need
get
to
the
kill
monkey.
a lot more than that. So there's 20 of them. 4 of them just died. You need to kill 16. He's currently surrounded by zombies. He's being swarmed.
He's got 16 of them around him.
Only
I do-
11 of them could reach him at that point in time. It is now
do
your
something
guys'
quick?
turn. Only if
Do you
Gerard
guys
wants
mind
to.
if I?
not.
Do you guys mind if I do
It's
something?
not our turn yet.
It is now.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you guys mind if I do
Okay.
something that I think might be pretty cool and free Gerard to revenge Ox?
Yeah.
Buddy, so I can't be restrained.
I know you
It's
can't,
fun.
but this is just going to be hilarious. On a sprint
Yeah, go ahead.
downhill with a health potion in my hand, not realizing Ox is dead, I just flick my wrist. Spore's gone. I'm going to cast Towering Stalk, and I'm going to lift. To clarify, all 20 of these zombies are currently surrounding Gerard, correct?
Yep.
Would you say that they're in close range to Gerard?
100%.
Perfect. It targets
Very
all
close.
All of them are
even.
on my
It
spikes.
targets all 20 zombies, but not Gerard.
What does it do?
Towering Stalk. When you conjure it, you may mark a stress, which I'm going to use it as an attack. When you use it as an
The Earth
attack,
gets
you,
a boner.
you can make a spell casting roll against any group of targets within close range. So I'm going to run like towards Gerard and do this. So I can make a spell cast roll against any group of targets. So I can pick my targets. I pick everyone but Gerard. And the Towering Stalk, Jack and the Giant Beanstalk style, will erupt beneath the ground below all of them, lift them in the air, and drop them for 3d8 damage.
Okay. Roll 3d8 damage.
Well, I gotta
enjoy
roll,
this
I gotta roll my
spell-
spellcast first.
Okay.
Aren't you only like level 4?
3.
3? That's a pretty good spell.
It's a
for
level 3 spell. It's
man.
amazing.
That's
But you
pretty
have to, they
good.
have to be clustered. That's why I was like, are they all around
Well,
Gerard?
zombies
Can we
like to
clarify?
cluster. Hell yeah.
That is a... Well, it's not great because, as usual, I rolled with fear, but it is a 20 for the spellcast.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Okay, so they're all going to take 3d8 damage as they all... You watch as 20 zombies around Gerard lift into the air, and I just want the stalk to start dropping them one by one. Like just...
It's rain and citizens.
When I see them come down, Justin, I just want to clarify. I'm going to drop real quick and just kind of put my shell up in the air.
I'm
that's-
running in that
fuck yeah.
direction,
Duck
actually.
my
I
head.
don't know how much
That's
space
an
I have to
8.
clear.
That's 12. That's 8, 12,
I
19.
want one of them to Sauron right onto one of my spikes. Or
Sorry.
19
Saruman,
physical
excuse me.
damage as they just drop from the sky around Gerard.
How much physical damage?
19.
Yep, they drop from the sky. Several of them impale themselves Saruman style onto Gerard's spikes. The ones that don't fall and break their necks as they were picked up from their
I'm sorry I rolled
ankles.
with fear, but this was too cool.
That was good.
All of these once citizens of your stronghold under your protection fall to the ground and die.
Well, we're getting fired.
As this happens, I just say, well, the Spore Mother has them now.
Wait,
I
so
look up and
did
see.
he kill all 20 of them?
Uh-huh.
Y'all are getting fired. I'm getting a medal. So
I'm a shepherd of death.
I didn't kill any of these people.
You're getting a headstone, Ox.
I'm gonna start seeing that. And I'm like, well, that's murder, and I'm gonna run past it and start heading towards the water.
It's not our turn.
I rolled with fear. I'm sorry.
I look up to the citizen in front of me and go,
Benjamin, no!
It's like your gardener or something.
not Sam. No.
Wait, didn't Justin say it was our turn when Brad started
rolled
doing
with
his
fear
thing?
because
he
that's what
rolled
I
with
do.
Fear, flipped it
Yeah.
back.
So it goes back to
He
him.
he killed 20 zombies. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
However,
Zombies.
because you rolled with
Quotations.
fear, Brad, I'm going to just go ahead and use that fear. You see in the pond a figure rising up out of the pond, hulking and massive and completely glistening a dark charcoal color. It looks like it's Ox rising up out. And you'll have to tune in next time to see what you have wrought upon this land.
Now who's gonna clean up these streets?
Justin, don't make me fight Ox.
My real question
One
is...
of you died. Now you want to watch your character get his ass kicked after?
Yeah, Mike, enjoy hanging out next session, watching us beat the shit out of you.
No, toss up a character real quick.
I think that's worthy of a
Got 10
fuck you,
minutes.
Justin.
Someone runs out of the crowd.
See, thank
Sure.
you, Carl. I'm glad somebody else thinks that's worthy of a fuck you, Justin.
Say it then.
What? I just did.
Do it if you
What
bet.
is?
So did I.
Do it if you bet. Oh, I didn't hear you. Gotta say it again.
No.
See, it loses its power with me, Brad.
It's
That's
like-
why no one says it to me.
It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. Please make sure to check out our website at deadsonsco.com for the latest news and social links. If you like our content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/deadsonscompany.